Time is a bit rough. 70s one day, 40s the next, but doing okay. Hope you're doing okay. Glad you're here. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't yet, make sure you spread the word. If you're not in my voiceover community, consider this your personal invitation to join us. It's absolutely free. There's no cost. A lot of great people um, on all parts of the voiceover journey, from the very beginning to those who've been doing it for a long time. And it's a place of positivity. It's a place of encouragement. It's a great place to get information. And it's a great place to learn, to support others, and to be supported in the journey. We have a saying that community accelerates everything. It really does. It makes things go smoother. Growing your business is faster because you're not always wandering in the dark. You've got people who know, who have answers, who care, and we want to see you there. We'd love to see you there. So school.com/VoFlow. Well, what is it with this big shift? Or big results from a small shift? What is it? Well, when it comes to voiceover, you may have heard or been trained that the proper, to give the best, most competitive read. And that's the way, as voice talent, that's the way we win our jobs. It's generally through auditioning. And we need to be competitive, right? We need to understand what we're doing, and we need to be able to resonate with the person listening. And if you've heard me talk about this at all, you realize that the biggest component when it comes to performance is emotion. Once you understand the context of a script, you have to put your authentic, genuine self into that scenario and express your genuine personality. That's how you win work. It's not, the words that you emphasize, how fast you go, how much you project, how close or how far away you are from the microphone, pauses, all. Not that that's the technical aspect, and not that it's to be discarded. No, but it's about like the last 5% of the equation. 95% of the equation is emotion. And if you get the emotion right, you get pretty much everything else right. There might be some tweaks that need to be done, but once you get that, then you're connecting, and that's the real trick, and that's the hurdle that we have to overcome in voiceover. What I want to do is share with you something that's physical that you can use that will help to get you in that place. Sometimes we understand things and we know what we need to do, but it's hard. There's a bit of a gap there, and it's hard to get to that place. But the trick that I'm about to show you, this little hack, and it's very simple, is going to make a big difference in taking you from perhaps or focusing on your voice and trying to be polished and sound good, to being more genuine and authentic, to where people want to lean in to hear what you have to say. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for the shift? Here it is. It's a physical one. You move your voice from your abdomen, and maybe you've been trained to always speak from your abdomen, because the abdomen gives you more, it creates a bigger, stronger, more authoritative voice, and it's certainly a good thing to have in your bag of tricks. Nothing wrong with speaking from your diaphragm. But the problem is there are certain contexts, certain scripts in which that's appropriate, but more times than not, we're called upon to give a more genuine, I'll use the word vulnerable read. When I say vulnerable, I don't mean weak. I just mean something that's truly a reflection of who we are. Instead of trying to polish it and make it sound good, to be you. So the shift is moving your voice from your diaphragm, going from the big, strong, powerful voice to your throat. Now, if that sounds weird at first, I want you to think about it this way. When you're talking to somebody that you know, that you love, a family member, a spouse, partner, a close friend, do you speak from your diaphragm? Are you always trying to sound big and authoritative and project when you talk to them? No. Usually you're a little bit closer, and the conversation, it feels and sounds a little more intimate. When you wake up in the morning, it's not, "Good morning, dear, how are you?" And if you do, that would be a little weird, right? That's not what we're looking for, is the more authentic you. And typically when you wake up first thing in the morning, your voice is up here. And when we're having those close personal conversations, our voice is up here. We're not down here projecting. Make sense so far? Okay. That's the shift. Okay, well, what does that sound like in practice? Well, it just so happens I have a script. And let me pull that up. Oh, where'd it go? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. This is just it's a very brief voiceover script for a commercial for Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. And I'm going to read through it twice. The first read, I'm going to read from my diaphragm. So this is what I sound like when I'm digging down into my diaphragm and projecting and sounding a little bigger, a little more authoritative. And then the second read, I'll move my voice from my diaphragm to my throat. And then I want you to hear the difference and see what you think. And then comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Here we go. Here's the first read from the diaphragm. Every moment of your life is precious. Shouldn't you choose a doctor who feels the same way? At Rush University Medical Center, ours do. Contact Rush today at rush.edu. Okay, now we move the voice up to the throat. Every moment of your life is precious. Shouldn't you choose a doctor who feels the same way? At Rush University Medical Center, ours do. Contact Rush today at rush.edu. I'm not saying you need to do that read in all circumstances, but when you really need to be your authentic self, that's one of the fastest ways to get there. Remember, it's about emotion. It's not the technique of this is like, again, like the final 5% is where you adjust your speed and figure out where you're going to pause and where you're going to create emphasis. It's all about emotion. But this little hack that I just showed you will help get you there, because once the voice moves up here, it feels different. It feels genuine. It feels vulnerable, because we're not trying to project this shiny coat of armor without any dings in it. You know, this perfect version of ourselves. This is a more honest version of ourselves. And if you add this to your arsenal, to your bag of voiceover tricks, what it will do is it will definitely help you in winning more auditions. Because one of the problems that I think most voiceover talent struggle with is being their genuine self. Genuineness and authenticity is what resonates with somebody who's listening. That's what makes somebody want to lean in to hear what you have to say, because when they feel like you're being honest, when they feel like you're being genuine, when they can feel that you feel something, then they trust you. It's easier to trust this than it is to trust this. That's why we do it. That's the technique. It is super, super simple. I encourage you to try it out. Start using it in your auditions today. Report back if you would. Let us know in the comments below if it helps, what it felt like, what the results are. I'd be very, very curious to know. And if you're on your voiceover journey and you're struggling with going from the talent part to the business marketing part where you actually get the work to make the money, because it does require marketing, and it requires a lot of it. It requires consistency in marketing if you want to make a full-time income in voiceover. And that's why that I partnered with my good friend Chris Cole in bringing you VoFlow. It is the voiceover built from the ground up for voiceover talent. It is a voiceover business software platform that's going to help automate and make things smoother for all the way from your website to billing and receivables and a bunch of stuff in between. It does stuff that will blow your mind. You can check it out at voflow.io. Guys, thanks a lot for being here. I do hope you have a wonderful weekend, and let me leave you with this word from VoFlow.
In the world of voiceover, relationships are everything, but managing and cultivating those relationships, that's the hard part. Until now, introducing VoFlow Smart Contacts, your new contact command center, where every conversation, every audition, every job is automatically connected to the right person. No logging, no spreadsheets, no "I'll update it later." It just happens. See the full history of any relationship in seconds. Email, auditions, bookings, and events. Your contacts stop feeling messy. Your follow-up gets sharper. Your business becomes clearer than ever. Leads, prospects, clients, organized exactly the way you work. You can even invoice directly from the VoFlow interface with a click of a single button. Easily track invoice payments, ensuring you get paid. Every social click, every form submission, every website interaction captured automatically. This isn't just a CRM. It's the brain of your VO business. VoFlow, your relationships elevated.